Okay. Peace. Okay, so so now we have the Bible saying that the Israelites came to Egypt, and the Pharaoh at that time gave them the land of Ramesses. We have Ramesses at about 1213 BC. Nobody debates that. Nobody argues that. Um, now, let me see. So I'm going to go to this. 1 Kings 6:1 says, in the 480th year after the people of Israel came out of the land of Egypt, in the 4th year of Solomon's reign, he began to build the house of the Lord, Solomon's temple. Okay? So, let's get biblical math going on here. I think the biblical writers and those who believe in the Bible are horrible mathematicians. 480 years after. Okay? So let's go over this one more time. Ramesses was 1213 BC. That's when they came into the land of Egypt, because the land of Ramesses already existed. Israel escaped 435 years later. That would take it to 778 BC. Solomon built a temple 480 years after their escape. That would take them to 298 BC, in the time of Alexander the Great and the Ptolemies. So if we're to believe, and as all this is going on, we can't forget, while all this is going on, in 1775 BC, Sobek Hotep is doing a head count of the Israelite slaves, with Sapphira a part of that. Sapphira, who existed in Exodus 1, is in a part of the live head count. Let me show this. I put it all right here. Everybody take a look at this. Take a look at the Hebrew Israelite dates of this bondage. Ramesses, 1213 BC. Israel came to the land of Ramesses. Genesis 47:11. That's what it says. Israel escaped 435 years later. That would take us to 778 BC. Who did they escape through? Moses. So they're trying to tell me that Moses was alive in 778 BC at the same time as King Shabaka? Okay. Solomon built the temple 480 years after 778 BC, according to the book of 1 Kings 6:1. That would bring Solomon to the year 298 BC, the same time as Alexander the Great and the Ptolemies. Hebrew Israelites would have us to believe that according to their mathematics, Alexander the Great and King Solomon met. Alexander the Great and the Ptolemies, the Greeks, came in and invaded Egypt in 333 BC. But here we have Solomon coming in and building a temple in 298 BC. The mathematics are completely off, and don't forget, while all this is going on, Sobek Hotep is doing a head count of Israelite slaves. In 1775 BC, that's 1,775 years BC, before Christ. So before we even continue, because this is actually, to me, becoming an embarrassing conversation, it's becoming a very embarrassing conversation. I think that the brother needs to send me a dating system of when Ramesses existed, when Sobek Hotep existed to do the head count of the Israelites. When did Moses come into Egypt? You know, my next part is going to cover the Iperu Papyrus and the Merneptah Stela, called the Israelite Stela. We're going to cover that, but I think this pretty much covers the asinine claims that Israel was, if we're to believe that Israel was in bondage by the Cometians, we're also to believe that King Solomon and Alexander the Great used to hang out together. Peace.